do have the dual melee alongside the Sejuani, which can be quite nice. But I do worry about how easy it might be for Jace to just pick up Mercs, and it's not so worrisome anymore.
Yeah.
We'll have to see, though. We are now headed onto the Rift. It's the first game of the second day of the 6th week here at the Summer PCS. Second to last day. So for these teams, it's also their second to last game. And again, the stakes are pretty high for West Point because any loss in the next 2 games would certify that they are not going to make playoffs. And especially now that they've brought Rallier over, they've looked pretty strong. It feels like had that have happened a lot earlier, they might have even just been in a higher position already. But now's really their chance to cement that they can get into playoffs. They can have some effect. As we see some level 1 shenanigans going on, it will just end up as a ward. Jungle paths feel like they will be mirrored, both opting to start Raptors almost certainly.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what RSG can really do in this early game. I don't think top or mid will get prio for a very long
mid
time.
lane's lost.
That's rough. That's actually a really rough try. He does have drone shield, but even then...
He should have second win too. I don't know if we've seen the runes yet, but...
He can't even get to his wave.
Yeah, this is a really bad start. And he put too much sort of priority over trying to get that ward on the Raptor. Now, fairness, the minions were lost there by Nully, but I think it's definitely worth it to have got so much of a health trade there already in the mid lane.
Yeah.
Shearer losing health pot already. It's Conqueror Jace this game, which I do find a little bit surprising.
Yeah, I feel like normally in this kind of against this kind of team comp, Jace would really want to keep his distance, but I think it's not the worst pickup considering that you know, there's going to be likely a lot of early game skirmishes, and having that Conqueror gives so much power for those.
It does. I'm always surprised it's not just the first strike though, because I mean it gives you a lot of survivability against both the Sejuani and the Sylas. Even first strike, while it doesn't give you as much in a team fight, it will offer a lot more sort of gold. You'll get to those items quicker because it's pretty easy for you to proc it here onto the Sylas.
Yeah.
Top lane though, going pretty much how we suspect. Is pretty much always the Jax pushes in, the wave gets frozen just in front of Gragas' tower, and he just harasses you down. Really, really annoying champion.
I will say, Relia has picked the best Gragas skin.
Is it Oktoberfest Gragas?
Yeah, it's the one that plays a little song when you recall.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Really?
No, I've never played it.
Oh. Gotta get on it, man.
I think Prage hasn't picked the best Xayah skin. I like the Star Guardian one.
Oh, yeah, true.
But I think lane's going pretty much as expected. I am surprised that Prage is down 5 CS off the first 3 waves, but I think that might just be some mistakes of last hitting under the tower. Certainly can happen without any of those sort of items coming through.
Yeah. On the other side, the Blaze has managed to get his cheater recall off. He's got his cull and a longsword, so pretty good spot for him to be in.
Yeah. And in fairness, the Zeri can offer you a lot. If the Zeri does get ahead, can kind of just take over a game. But it still feels like even against this comp, you're playing Zeri against Maokai and Nautilus, so you feel pretty scared to go forward.
Yeah.
And West Point just love to run backwards. The old team comp is fine to kite away, land poke on Jace, and you don't really ever want to be in a team comp where you're just running into a Xayah. Often feels a bit doomed. With the gank coming out top, Rallier going to lose his flash for that, and nice find there. It will mean a little bit of pressure's alleviated here for LJW, and Rallier has to be a little bit scared to continue pushing this wave up, but he does have a reasonable health advantage, so still LJW will have to remain somewhat careful.
Yeah, RSG already trying to make the most out of the strength of his top side, and trying to put some pressure down the top lane, but it's going to be forced with the Raptors.
Nolly continuing to get pretty nice trades here mid, but Arashi will be here first. Wow. Nolly's just not scared at all. I think Arctic Assault was used to get over the wall, so it is like a 12-second cooldown, I believe, early game.
Yeah.
665 has to be careful. Okay, Felia showing out of that bush. I mean, whereabouts known. Now, I wonder what build... Okay, I don't know. Actually, it looks like because of the red jungle item that Maokai will likely be going for the demonic build.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it makes a lot of sense because there's not a whole lot of range here coming through for Impunity. And so for them to get to these objectives, it will be most likely Sejuani checking them as...
Arashi.
Hold up. Yeah. Arashi is going to be stunned up here. Is he going to have to lose the flash? He's looking for the Q angle. Manages to find it, but not before the Twisted Advance comes through. Ignite comes out. It is traded with that flash, but good find there. Nice proactivity here from West Point to ensure that Summoner Spell is lost on the Sejuani.
Yeah, and already we're starting to see the effects of this Silas vs Jace matchup, even though Sejuani wants to go for those early game skirmishes, he's getting forced out of his own jungle because his mid laner just will never have priority in this lane.
Yeah. I think it's how that level 1 went was pretty traumatic. Char, though, does land the dredge line there, is running away. Blaze is trying to find damage, but ultimately he does want to recall. Gonna look for it now. Lost Chapter picked up for Shera. That'll make his time a little bit easier. But ultimately, he wasn't really struggling with mana before.
I'm pretty surprised he's managed to keep up with CS.
Yeah, definitely a good job for him. I think Silas does win out early. It's just once that dirt comes online, it gets a whole lot scarier. And I think the fact that Norley was able to find that level 1 trade just meant that his time was a lot easier against the early game Silas. I'm very surprised that top lane CS is this heavy in favor of LJW, because the only person before this that we saw that was able to remain even somewhat even as the Jax vs Gragas matchup was solo kill, and he did it by proxying the waves.
Yeah.
So it's kind of surprising to me that this has happened. Maybe part of it is because of Arashi's presence up in the top lane, getting out that summoner spell.
Arashi's here.
Yeah, lane
Really
gank.
has no idea.
This could be successful. There is no flash. Oh, okay.
Spotted out.
Spidey senses were tingling. Oh, no. Okay, Rallia. Oh, no.
Oh, could still be good.
Oh, it might still be good, but it shouldn't be. LJW does have flash available. 665 procs that. Oh, okay. Isn't going to end up in a kill, but
Yeah.
it was a valiant effort. If that explosive cast landed any better, almost looks like it would have been a double kill. At least it would have been a kill on Arashi and sums out of LJW.
Yeah, definitely. I think he got a little bit too overeager there and wasn't able to make that one hit. And ultimately, though, is still going to be able to survive the gank.
Ooh, okay. We've got two Jaces in the mid lane now. I think Nuli has to be careful here.
Yeah.
Okay,
lands one of
nice.
his own.
Yeah, nice poke there. Should mean that he is fairly safe. Is there a honey fruit or is he just going bot? Looks like might be a honey fruit there for him.
WP, though, finally finding priority in this matchup. Praj is level 6. I don't know how he's managed that. I guess Char's been roaming a decent amount.
Yeah. Pretty slow start to the game. I guess it isn't too surprising, especially for West Point. I think a lot of times, even if you can be aggressive, when you are on the brink of elimination, you just feel too scared to want to push too hard for it. You know, sometimes it means you lose out on advantages, but oftentimes it means you don't give over disadvantages or find yourself at a disadvantage, shall I say.
6665, he's so deep here.
Picks it up.
Yeah, he's just able to do it. He knows that he's very safe. Praj is still level 6. Blaze hasn't hit it yet, so huge power advantage for the side of WP, and they're really making the most of that.
Yeah, Shera having a recall there. Does not have teleport available, so pretty big minion wave will be lost by him. Arashi's going to gobble it up himself, but still, you would prefer that gold to be on your Silas. Ooh. Okay, this lane is in a pretty bad position for LJW.
Yeah, he's frozen it.
They are able to do this Herald, though. They do have so much strength still. Jace coming back does have Dirk, but it feels like he's too late to really impact anything, especially with the fact that Philly has already roamed up and showing presence in the mid lane.
Yeah. Looks like WP are definitely going to be giving over this Rift Herald in favor of the Ocean Drake instead. Actually not too bad for the side of Impunity, you know. It feels like WP should be able to get more of that, but aren't really. Nuli's even missing some CS under his tower.
Oh, Blaze has gone quite far up. Lucky that 665 didn't just flash on him.
Yeah.
Although, be the objective trade here. Now, I think, honestly, if you are Impunity, you kind of need to get these Heralds because it feels like you have to somewhat snowball to be able to win, and so that early gold can matter a whole lot. Getting Silas his Everfrost means that the skirmishing potential from the Silas improves pretty substantial amount.
Yeah, it also means that they're kind of splitting the map for now. You can see Arashi taking over 665 rather his red buff. And he really wants to be able to keep forcing out these 3v3 skirmishes topside, and this is definitely the first steps towards doing that.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is definitely part of why the Gragas and Jax matchup is so close this game, but still, I mean, you feel pretty good about this as West Point still. Ultimately, the scaling doesn't necessarily favor any team in particular, I feel. It just more or less is the team composition of West Point is very well equipped to deal with what Impunity can do.
Yeah.
And so it does feel like once you get to the team fights, while maybe if Impunity can execute... Oh, hold up. Magnastorm comes through. Prage is going to be locked up. Manages to get the Featherstorm off as Blaze is continuing to run forward. There is a massive Featherstorm behind him, though, so he does have to be careful. Blade Caller comes in, though, and it doesn't land.
Forward.
Blaze does flash forward. He's finding those Qs. does not have the damage to find it eventually, but it is going to cost... Actually, it costed Impunity more. They are going to be able to find a bit of CS here as Norley being looked at in the middle of the river. Does manage to get himself away. Isn't going to be permafrosted up, but ultimately, huge trade there as Ophelia does flash across this wall. And Arashi in the area, blast cone used, so there is no escape now for Ophelia. Will be able to W over the wall and ultimately will. All sums, though, have been lost here for Impunity's bot lane, and both flashes still remain here for West Point. Yeah,
that last jump over the wall with the Hex Flash from Ophelia was pretty crazy. He got away with that. I think he knew that WP were low enough that he could do that safely with Arashi in his back pocket as well. But yeah, overall Impunity not able to find any kills off of that. Now 665 is in the area. Yeah, okay, Dredgeline does come out. Are they going to find the enough CC? At least just an advance still hasn't come out. It is the Nature's Grasp, and First Blood is picked up here for 665 on the Maokai. They're still going forward though. Ooh. He is going to proc that phase rush and Prage. Limp auto attacks, but will eventually manage to find the Sejuani as now Nully arrives, but Ophelia absolutely playing mind games. Will cost Nully his flash, but ultimately will pick it up. That's 3 kills now for West Point. Find themselves at a nice advantage. Yeah, Impunity really overstaying their welcome there, and WP taking advantage of that 665 since, you know, the perfect position to capitalize off of that, and Impunity, it's really not looking good for them now. 2k gold behind off of that play. Yeah. Trades up top, going in favor of Relia 2, especially now that there is no Arashi in the area, as Shearer does come down. We'll take that Maokai out. Nature's Grasp available. No flash here for 665 as he phase rushes and tries to get out. Won't have the movement speed to escape his own ultimate, but will likely go down eventually. Going to give it over to Blaze. It is 1 kill found in return. Yeah, luckily Blaze is able to find one back for himself and really get himself on the board there, but already it's looking pretty rough for Impunity. You can see here they're looking to get this one play. I think they want to drop the Herald as well, but WP, they just go straight in. Chaff finds the ultimate onto Blaze, and he just gets locked down for so long and isn't able to do anything. It's just a slow chase after that as well, 665. You know, he is Maokai, he's able to get that done. Praj actually does have to flash forward for that kill too, but ultimately, 3 kills for WP. Pretty happy about that. Yeah, you feel pretty good. Out comes the Zeri ultimate again. Philia does have that Magnustorm available. We'll go and use it here onto Char. At least for now, Prage staying pretty healthy as Shearer flashes forward. Will lock down the support of West Point and take him out as Blaze continues on forward. Prage getting so low will cost him his Featherstorm as 665 and Nully now are arriving in the area. Philia locked up, should be going down, as well as actually Blaze gets locked up. Prage though, walking forward, almost costs him his life, but ultimately it will be Nully and 665 picking themselves up another kill each. This is so weird. Feels like both bot lanes are taking turns overextending, and both teams are capitalizing off it each time. This time though, Impunity, both their bot lanes.
Shearer doesn't know he's sitting on vision. Acceleration Gate comes out, he's going to get stunned up, and should be another kill. Goes over to Nully here on the Jace. He's 3-0. Looking really, really good here.
Yeah, oh man, already got the Duskblade completed. He's packing so much of a punch on the Jace. Level 11 as well. Really going to be the main driving factor for WP accelerating their lead in this game. Billy is back, but with 4 plates less on his turret.
Yep. I mean, West Point certainly doing a good job of keeping their playoff hopes alive here.
Yeah, Praj walks forward, but I'm not actually too sure what happens here. Philia finds a W and ult onto Chan. I think he gets picked off. Really good engage from Shearer as well. Praj burns the Featherstorm, but I don't know, it's just both teams are slowly moving in and catching their opponents off guard. Newly's here this time though, picks up 1 kill. I think does he get the second one?
No, Mirko gets this one.
Oh yeah.
He gets the second one under the tower though. Oh, tower went down during that replay. It's Nully picking it up as well, so Jace getting a very scary amount of gold. Hex Flash available for the Nautilus. We'll be using it.
Oh no.
Oh, Blaze. He is window shopping. There's no way there's anything else happening. Nautilus ult comes out. That's another kill here. Going over to Nully.
Yeah, Nully.
An unfortunate state of affairs.
Nully picks up yet another kill. 5-0 now. He's always in the right place at the right time. He's really been able to make the most of this Jace versus Sylas matchup.
Oh, Arashi Philia down here. You guys probably don't have the damage, but it will be Shearer coming down as well. Philia uses that Magnet Storm. Are they going to have the damage here to take him out? They do! They cancelled the to the skies. The Q still does land at 665 in the area. Oh, the hook doesn't land. Nature's Grasp should confirm the kill, or it's actually blocked up here by Shearer. Does have Featherstorm available to him. Now, who else can get here? There is no teleport available for the Gragas, so it should be just Char going down. Featherstorm here used by Shearer. Will pick himself up another kill. So, finding a massive shutdown there onto Jace, as well as another kill. It's a 3-1 on the Silas, looking pretty scary.
Wait, did Praj die as well?
Oh, he did.
Oh, he's got CC chained, and yeah, he's gone. I don't even know when that happened. Oh, while Zero was getting killed. Man, both ADCs having a rough go over this game. I feel like WP, they did a good job earlier of, you know, capitalizing off of Impunity's overextending, but now it feels like they really need to take a step back and slow the game down, because, you know, giving over that Nuli's shutdown to Shara means that Impunity almost back in the game. Almost.
Oh, I think that's a bit of a far-fetched statement, but we still haven't even seen the Gragas come down, and now Gragas, quietly, while all this carnage is happening bot lane, has picked himself up a pretty sizable CS lead, up 30 CS here, as well as already getting his tower down, so this really isn't a very weak Gragas. Up the Mythic as well, has that Everfrost completed compared to just the components of Divine Sundera here for LJW. This will be the Rift Herald, almost certainly going over to West Point. Likely to be used mid here to try and confirm that mid lane tower, get that down, opens up the map, accelerates the game a whole bunch.
Yeah, WP, they're really looking to bring this one home. I feel like, oh man, Zeri's finished the static shiv now, but I don't know if that offers much power in these early game skirmishes.
Yeah, it feels like Blaze is a little bit too far behind. I think, honestly, right now, their main way back into this game feels like playing around Arashi Shara. The Silas was, I mean, he is still behind the Jace, but he's found himself a nice amount of kills. And if you play the fights correctly, the skirmishes, you can find yourself winning them, especially if you are able to get that Maokai ult, lock a bunch of people down. Almost finishing the Shadow Flame as well, so maybe just looking to finish that item first before you really get some power into the Silas.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. WP, they're able to take down the first mid-tier tower, and that's going to open up the map so much more for them. No objectives up in the near future, but Arashi goes
Glacial
wide.
Prison does go wide. Prage almost hit by that one, as it's going to be retreat here for West Point, but that's exactly how they want to play. Nature's Grass comes out, will land pretty well here, as well as an Nautilus ult. Oh, the Shock Blast goes wide, but it's already enough damage here as Relia comes in and finds a massive engage. Arashi running for the hills as well as Shira. It's 2 kills here found. It's the bot lane of Impunity dead. There are not really any objectives alive, but man, what an impact from Relia.
Yeah, Blaze and Philia finding themselves with a grey screen yet again, and Relia finding that counter engage for WP, super crucial there. I think he did miss the explosive cast again, but it doesn't matter. They still picked up a couple kills.
He found the flash body slam. That's what counts.
That's what counts. That's what counts. But regardless, WP, they're knocking on the doors of these tier 2 turrets now. It's only 18 minutes in the game.
Yeah, we went from having the mid lane inner up to the mid lane inner now down, as well as this bot lane being looked at. Char shadowing Nuli, trying to give him some safety. Won't be able to get on this menu wave, but with Impunity coming down, not likely to be able to find it just yet.
Yeah.
This is a 6-1 Jace, by the way.
Yeah, that's super scary. Arashi.
Oh, man. That feels terrible.
Yeah, threads the needle. Doesn't manage to hit anyone with that. And Impunity, they're so desperate to find something, and they find the root onto Char, but he barely gets CC'd. And after this, they know they have to turn tail and run, but Relia comes in with the flash body slam, finds 2. They just get deleted from the map. Don't worry about that ult.
This is the second time.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll hit 1 before the end of the game. Hopefully.
He will. I believe in him. Has it up available again. And it's going to be more gold given over to Nuli. I want to see the gold totals for these champs, because I'm so certain that Nuli's like at least a K up on the rest of the map.
Wait, did people die again? Did we miss that?
Shira died somewhere. Probably happened during the replay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
We'll get a replay of it.
We will.
Regardless, it feels like both mid laners are kind of spiking right now, but you do have to feel like Nuli is a lot more hit on there. He's got the Dust Blade, he's got this Mirror Mana now fully stacked. Let's take a look at what happened. Philia?
Oh, did they both die? Okay, they both
no.
definitely do die. There's no way. Surely Philia doesn't make it. Oh, it doesn't get rooted up, actually.
Yeah, Char. I mean, yeah, that's just Impunity going too far up without vision, and Nuli is there once again, finds a snipe and punishes
that
it.
That is so much damage.
Yeah. It's crazy. On the rail as well.
Oh, and now Philia.
Oh, Philia, what are you doing,
this guy's dead
man?
again. Hey, every time we come out of a replay, someone else is dying.
Yeah.
Now, there's 8k gold advantage for West Point. I feel like they can just start up the Baron, but in all honesty, with their team comp, they can kind of just sit around at a tower and poke away at it.
Yeah. WP, they're starting it up. And it's just, yeah, I don't know what Impunity can do there. I don't even know if they know what's happening, but regardless, They definitely can't contest this.
They probably know it's happening, but just realize there's nothing really.
Yeah. 20-minute Baron for the side of WP, going to be picked up. Hextech Drake is going to be spawning in 25 seconds, so we'll have to see if WP want to make a play for that, if they'd rather go for the map pressure instead.
I think they should just play map pressure. It feels like this game should end before there's any real soul win condition anyway. Doesn't feel like there's a whole 10 minutes in it.
Yeah, definitely tell they want to get as many of these towers down as possible, sending 4 players to the top side.
Yeah,
Got the Baron
LJW
buff.
cannot sit here. He's just going to get Maokai ulted if he tries.
Yeah, 665. He's just waiting in the wings, and Impunity know they can't go in here. You can see Arashi on the flank though. He's looking for something.
You can. He's been spotted out now, so with that, there's really nothing else he can find. Nature's Grass does come through.
Yeah, WP, they need to take this little bit slow. They've only got 1 lane to work with for now.
Yeah, we'll have to wait for Relia to try and sink those waves, because without that, it is... I mean, there's not a whole lot of wave clear, but just the Zeri with Static Shiv can offer a reasonable amount. They're actually recalling. I feel like this is not good usage of the Baron. They're going to go towards the Dragon, but it feels like you could have just stayed there, waited for Relia to get a push on, and continued sieging away at the base. Again, it is going to mean that in 5 minutes you do have an extra win con, but it feels like a little bit unnecessary. Relia will be
looking on him.
Oh my goodness.
There's 4 people
They don't see him
surrounding
yet.
him.
They do not see him. Oh, he is definitely spotted now. Flashes over the wall. It does have the Banshees, which keeps him alive at least for a little bit. He's going to get frozen up. He has been shut down. But on the other side of the fight, it's Prage. He's just running rampant. Blaze gets ulted here by the Nautilus, but there is no follow-up from it. Ashira actually continuing on to go forward. It's a 1-for-1 for now. It's the top lane for the support. Char, flash forward. Dredge line lands. Prage coming in as well. Does land the root. It's Blaze going down. Nully confirming that one. As Arashi next on the chopping block also will be going down. It's only 2 members left. It's the mid and the top here. Nature's Grass coming out though. LJW, he's trying to run away. He's trying to do what he can. He's going to get his rooted up. Twisted Advance comes through. The knockback from the Bramble Smash. And Nully picking himself up. Yet another kill here on the Jace. And with 4 members down, respawn timers are pretty low, but it feels like West Point pushing for the end here.
Yeah, Nully is just absolutely unstoppable on this Jace at this point in the game. It feels like, yet again, Impunity, they overextend a little bit too far trying to get that kill onto Relia, and while they do find it in the end, they expended so much and moved so far forward that WP are just able to wrap around in the jungle and cut them off, and after that, there's really no escaping that. WP now, though, going to be picking up this 3rd Drake for themselves. Baron buff is almost up.
10-1 Jace.
Yeah.
That is scary. Oh, look at the Maokai item, by the way. Imperial Mandate, 2nd here. Still hasn't got a Mythic.
I wonder if he goes for the Magi's. I would respect that a lot.
Ooh. I mean, maybe. He is going pretty heavy in AP. I wonder what Mythic he's going, because it looks like he might be going something like the Locket. It's definitely not going to be Leandri's, I don't think.
Yeah, oh no, Felia once again playing with fire.
Felia, you are in no man's land here. Arashi trying to keep him alive. The stun will land, but Nature's Grass should confirm both of these guys getting snared up.
No.
In fact, it will. The double man knock up here by that Dredge liners. It is going to be a 4-man Magnet Storm, but it feels a little bit too late. Blaze trying his best. Oh, the counter strike. They'll find 1 kill, but it's on the support as 665 Bramble smashes them away. Relia going to be going down here too soon. 665 trying to run for his life. He's looking for Blaze, but it's Prage does turn up, and LJW, Nully, Prage, the 2 are left alive. Really nice stopwatch here from Shearer, but Blaze tries to go over the wall and find Prage, gets absolutely one-shotted. And with Featherstorm still available, Prage keeping himself nice and safe away from those chains of the Silas.
Yeah, once again, Shearer is going to be on the opposite end. Pretty much the only surviving member. Filia's back in the base now, and Nully's hunting for him.
Yeah, Shearer, does he land? Doesn't land that one. We'll find that. So he finds himself a nice shutdown there. There's more gold here onto the Silas. Honestly, a good trade there for Impunity. If they're trying to win, certainly getting all that gold over onto their carries is going to be worthwhile. Both Shearer and Blaze picking themselves up kills in that team fight.
Yeah, and wow, we're starting to see, what Impunity can actually get done with their team comp when WP overextend too much. You can see, we saw WP going in for Philly and Arashi, 2 of the tankier members of their team, and it took, while they went down without much of a fight, they survived long enough for the rest of the team to wrap around and, set up for those kills. And all these just bullying the hell out of Arashi.
Yeah, Arashi not having a good time here against this 12-1 Jace. 3.5 items, only 25 minutes in. Feels pretty nice here if you are Nully. But now everyone back on the map. Looks like LJW picks up a Hull Raker, so will make himself a little bit more annoying in that side lane. But especially if it comes down to a team fight, this Rabadon's Death Cap on Rallia can be a huge difference maker.
Yeah, I really have to question that whole breaker pickup. I feel like he's never going to be in a solo lane long enough to find any impact with that. I feel like he'd rather index for the team fight because that's what is meant to work for your team, right?
Yeah. It does feel like that should be... Well, I don't even know if that necessarily... I think it's just the only way you can play when you're this far behind more than anything. Rallia is going to get stunned up here. LGW, I mean, you're seeing the power of the hull breaker. Definitely winning out in the 1v1 now, but with 4 members of West Point coming up, the cask will land this time. Rallia just sitting there, letting LJW hit him. Actually getting quite low, but will eventually pick up that kill there. And with 25 seconds left on this Baron and 45 seconds on the death timer of the Jacks, should be another Baron here found for West Point.
Yeah, I mean, WP at least...
Oh, you know, there we go, the player gold.
Oh my god. Yeah, Newly 2k gold ahead of Shara. That's, you know, that's almost a completed item.
Yeah, and that's with Shara picking up a bunch of those shutdowns too, so... I do have to question West Point a little bit. I feel like this game could have been over like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And you have to feel like, especially because we're this close to playoffs, if you aren't able to convincingly close these games where you have the likes of a 12-1 Jace, it does put a bit of a question mark. Are you going to be able to make it far in the playoffs? Perhaps not. But we'll see. They've got the second Baron now, and on this Baron push, they have to find a way to win. Obviously, there is the Soul coming up during it, but I really don't think you have to stop to do it. I think that's just delaying the end.
Yeah. Feels a bit awkward here as well. They've once again, you know, only got one lane to work with, both mid and bot. Definitely not in their favor.
Yeah, I'd almost want to just see Rallia teleport to the mid lane and start pushing it almost. But they are just going to keep 5 strong here. They should be able to get it as long as some poke lands from Nuli's Jace. Obviously, with the 4th item completed.
Ooh.
There you go, you're seeing it. That's onto a Jax.
That was a really good snipe.
It was.
Oh no,
and now,
Arashi.
Yeah, Arashi. The guy that's supposed to be your front line got destroyed in less than a second, and Nature's Grass coming out will all but confirm that at least this inhibitor will be going down.
Mine's 2. Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, this Jace is hidden like a truck.
That is so rough. Yeah, WP, they just muscle their way into the base. They've got the top inhib down. They've now got their sight set on the 2 Nexus towers.
And even the tower.
Yeah.
Just getting absolutely eliminated.
Miniwave
goes down.
Something.
And I mean, this is the point, right? You've got the Baron, and so you're still only pushing... Oh, okay, Philia will be going down. That was a nice cask. Blaze now flashed on Body Slam, will connect. Shera using that Nautilus ult to try and delay his death, but with the chains landing there onto Rallia, not the guy you wanted to hit, he'll be going down as well. And it took 28 minutes. Could have been a little bit quicker, but West Point ultimately getting the game done, keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, they just had, you know, so much aggression in the early game. They were able to find so many leads, and especially Nuli playing this match about to perfection, you know, making those roams happen, making sure that his damage was always there when they needed it.
Yeah.